Good morning, children. Today we are going to do chapter 3 Deep Water, written by William Douglas. The title gives the clue that the chapter might be about water of swimming pool or river water or maybe about sea water. So let's talk about the author first. This chapter is written by William Douglas. He was born in Maine, Minnesota. It is in USA. Minnesota is a state in USA. After graduating with a Bachelor's of Arts in English and Economics, he spent 2 years teaching high school in Yakima. Yakima is a city in Washington, in US. He got tired of this teaching career and decided to pursue a legal career. He met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale and became an advisor and friend to the president. At that time, Franklin D. Roosevelt was the president. Douglas was a leading advocate of individual rights. He used to fight for the rights of people. He retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years and remains the longest serving justice in the history of the court. The following excerpt means this part of the chapter, is taken from Of Men and Mountains. This is the name of the book by William O. Douglas. It reveals how, as a young boy, William Douglas nearly drowned in a swimming pool. In this essay, he talks about his fear of water and thereafter how he finally overcame it. Notice how the autobiographical part of the selection is used to support this discussion of fear. So, this chapter is taken from his book Of Men and Mountains. It is an autobiographical account. Now, autobiographical account means William Douglas has written his own life story in this book. When we write about some other's life story, that is called biography. So when we write about our life history in a book, that is called autobiography. So this is an autobiographical account of his own childhood memories, which left a deep impression on his mind. So the chapter talks about fear of water, his efforts to get over the phobia of water, his drowning experience in the swimming pool, and how he finally overcame his fear. So let's start the chapter. It had happened when I was 10 or 12 years old. I had decided to learn to swim. There was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. The Yakima River was treacherous. So first there was a YMCA pool and second thing was Yakima River. So both have the opportunity to learn to swim. But Yakima River was dangerous. It was treacherous means dangerous, and YMCA pool was safe to learn swimming. Mother continually warned against it and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning in the river. So many incidents had happened in the Yakima River, so mother told him not to use Yakima River for swimming. But the YMCA pool was safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end. Shallow end means lower end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other. The drop was gradual. Now, drop was gradual means the drop was very gentle. I got a pair of water wings and went to the pool. Water wings are used by a person who is a fresher for swimming. I hated to walk. Coming to the third page, I hated to walk naked into it and show my skinny legs, but I subdued my pride and did it. So earlier he was hesitating to get into the water with skinny legs and without clothes. So later on he got the confidence, he controlled over that, and he went into the swimming pool. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion to water. Aversion to water means from the beginning of his years, he disliked water. I had an aversion to the water when I was in it. This started when I was 3 or 4 years old and father took me to the beach in California. He and I stood together in the surf. I hung on to him, yet the waves knocked me down and swept over me. I was buried in water. My breath was gone. I was frightened. Father laughed, but there was terror in my heart at the overpowering force of the waves. So, when he was 3 or 4 years old, he went to California beach with his father. He was on the shoulders of his father. All of a sudden, a huge wave, surf here means SURF, surf means sea waves, overpowered him, knocked him down, and he was totally frightened. But father laughed because he knew that it is simple a high wave. So, but the terror, he was so much terrified of the overpowering force of the waves, uncontrollable waves. My introduction to the YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories and stirred childish fears. So, as he reached the swimming pool, it brought back to him those childhood memories, unpleasant memories, the fear which caught to him, the phobia of water. But in little while I gathered confidence. I paddled with my new water wings. Paddled means he used his legs and arms for swimming in the water, watching the other boys and trying to learn by aping them. By imitating other boys, he started learning swimming. I did this 2 or 3 times on different days and was just beginning to feel at ease in the water when the misadventure happened. Misadventure means an accident happened in the swimming pool. Now, what accident happened? Let's see. I went to the pool when no one else was there. The place was quiet, the water was still, and the tiled bottom was as white and clean as a bathtub. Tiled bottom of the swimming pool is mentioned here. I was timid, feeling shy about going in alone, so I sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. So he was waiting for others to come and then he will jump into the swimming pool. I had not been there long when in came a big bruiser of a boy, probably 18 years old. He had thick hair on his chest. He was a beautiful physical specimen with legs and arms that showed rippling muscles. He yelled, "Hi, skinny, how would you like to be ducked?" Now, all of a sudden, a heavily built boy came. He was about 18 years old with hair on the chest and rippling muscles, wavy muscles, and he shouted on him and said, "Yes, how would you like to be dive into the water? How would you like to dive in the water?" With that, he picked me up and tossed me into the deep and tossed me means thrown me into the deep end of the swimming pool. I landed in a sitting position, swallowed water, and went at once to the bottom because he didn't know how to swim. I was frightened, but not yet frightened out of my wits. Still, his mind was working. He was having good presence of mind. So, on the way down, I planned when my feet hit the bottom, I would make a big jump, come to the surface, lie flat on it, and paddle to the edge of the pool. So an idea struck to his mind that when he will touch the bottom of the swimming pool, he he will make a big jump and come to the surface of swimming pool, and by using his arms and legs he will move to the safer corner of the pool.